the QTV Nightly News, which is also on Q Radio 103.3 FM. And I am Mamna Buka. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Adama Barrow has reiterated his full support for the Gambia Revenue Authority's ongoing digitalization reforms, describing them as essential to strengthening the country's tax administration system. Over the weekend, the Gambia Bankers Association held its 6th annual Bankers Dinner and Awards Night, celebrating financial excellence under the theme Driving Economic Empowerment Through Financial Intermediation. The World Health Organization donated 2 fully equipped ambulances and essential medical supplies worth $15 million to the Gambia's Ministry of Health. Casa Gambia, in collaboration with the Birkama Area Council and Wild Ganzen on Saturday, handed over 3 newly constructed community markets to residents of Jamweli, Bruford New Town and Tintinto. The Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy under the West Africa Regional Digital Integration Program concluded a 2-day forum to develop an operational manual for Gambia's National Cybersecurity Committee. This and more coming ahead. Do stay with us. Now, President Adama Barrow has reiterated his full support for the Gambia Revenue Authority's ongoing digitalization reforms, describing them as essential to strengthening the country's tax administration system. The president made the remarks on Wednesday as he concluded his nationwide Meet the People tour in the Lower River region.
President Barrow expressed confidence in the GRA's recent performance and its capacity to meet the 2025 revenue target of $23 billion. He noted that the authority's ongoing modernization initiatives are already delivering positive results and remain a key pillar of the government's broader development agenda.
That's why we are digitalizing our tax system. I started collection from 7-point-something billion a year. This year, I'll be collecting minimum 25 billion. Next year, I'm targeting 27, but I'll hit 30 because we are digitalizing. When we digitalize the fuel, we are collecting about 250 million. First month, we collected 460 because of digitalization. It's the way forward. And it will reduce corruption. First, it will address its corruption.
Outlining future plans, the president announced intentions to expand national infrastructure by 2026, including the construction of new roads to link communities and major commercial centers across the country. He stressed that these projects will be funded entirely through domestically generated revenue collected by the GRA.
Now we are targeting other disadvantaged areas also. That is Nyani, Fuladu, Nyamina, Farafenye even. Farafenye, the capital itself. Because we have not done much within Farafenye and they need roads. We are coming to start those ones very soon. So it's a process that will not stop. And also because we are doing the roads and doing electricity at the same time. The resources we are using, it is very challenging. But the moment we finish with the electricity, we now concentrate with the roads. So it will make it easier. And by 2026, inshallah, we will finish with electricity in this country so that every Gambian will have access.
Speaking to QTV, GRA Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo described the president's public endorsement as a strong affirmation of the authority's work and its growing role in national development. He thanked President Barrow and the government for their continuous support of the GRA's reform agenda and expressed confidence that the institution will achieve its revenue target for the year.
We are able to collect what we are collecting because of all the reforms that we have taken over the years. And because revenue collection all over the world, there is a complete change. Instead of collecting revenue manually, we are now using systems, digitalizing the processes and the procedures and the processes of collecting. And by using computers, by using the digitalization, we are able to create efficiency and accountability. And we are able to collect our targets because year in, year out, we are trying to bring more systems in place. I am very happy, and the entire GRA, including the management, the board of directors as well, are happy that the government has appreciated what we are doing.
Meanwhile, CG Dabo also extended appreciation to GRA staff for their dedication and assured the public of the authorities' continued commitment to supporting the country's development goals. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
Over the weekend, the Gambia Bankers Association held its 6th annual Bankers Dinner and Awards Night, celebrating financial excellence under the theme Driving Economic Empowerment Through Financial Intermediation. Here's my report. The event brought together key stakeholders from the banking and financial sectors to honor achievements and recognize the vital role of banking in Gambia's national development. This annual dinner and awards night, the 6th of its kind, not only highlights the accomplishments of outstanding individuals and institutions in the sector, but also fosters professional development and encourages informal networking among industry players. Aissatou Jawara, the president of the Gambia Bankers Association, and Pa Aliou Ndao, the association's executive secretary, in their welcoming remarks highlighted some of the significant achievements and contributions of the sector.
The banking industry has played a critical role in the promotion of savings culture, allocation of funds for economic activities, and support government development programs in critical sectors such as road network, agriculture, energy, trade, health, education, telecommunication, and national security.
The future demands that we collaborate more, motivate faster, and serve better. Let us embrace the opportunities ahead with boldness and purpose.
The evening featured dinner, entertainment, and awards honoring employees of the year from commercial banks and past leaders of the association, plus a special tribute to President Adama Barrow for his contributions to national progress. Paul J. Mendy, the second Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia, and Sidi Keita, the Gambia's Minister of Finance, gave keynote addresses on the theme of the event.
I wish to use this opportunity to call on all institutions to deepen their investments in digital infrastructure, not only through stronger integration with GAMSwitch, but also through improved connectivity to the real-time gross settlement system, the automated clearinghouse, and the growing network of mobile money and fintech platforms. These electronic payment systems form a backbone of our digital economy.
Financial intermediation empowers economic growth through mobilization of savings. It also provides access to credit. And as they say, credit is the oxygen of the economic engine. And through access to credit, economic investments takes place that further expand and grow the lives and livelihood of every Gambian.
Mohamed B.S. Jallo, the Vice President of the Gambia, was the guest of honor. In his address, he commended the purpose of the event and highlighted the government's continuing commitment to promoting a robust and inclusive financial ecosystem in the Gambia.
I want to assure you that government remains steadfast in its commitment to supporting economic and social transformation. We believe that through continued collaboration, innovation, and sound financial stewardship, we can collectively build a future of sustained growth, shared prosperity, and financial resilience for all Gambians.
The ceremony concluded on a high note, reflecting a sense of optimism for the future of banking in the Gambia and a collective commitment to further enhance excellence in financial services throughout the nation. Mamna Buka, reporting for QTV News. The World Health Organization has donated 2 fully equipped ambulances and essential medical supplies worth $15 million to the Gambia's Ministry of Health. The support is expected to enhance emergency response and strengthen referral systems. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
Receiving the ambulances and the medical items, Dr. Ahmadu Lamin Samate, the Gambia's Minister of Health, described the ambulances as significant, noting that many communities often complain about the lack of reliable emergency transport.
Getting to the health facilities have been known to be responsible for morbidity and mortality, even in the case of maternal mortality. We've seen this in the past, and these are things we want to address as a government, together with our partners, to ensure that people who need care get to the facilities on time, and not just on time, they get there in dignity, receiving life-saving care on the way to health facilities.
Dr. Nathan Bachiaita, the WHO representative in the Gambia, said the gesture is part of the organization's ongoing support to ensure that patients receive timely and effective care wherever they are.
This support reflects our shared responsibility to ensure that every Gambian has access to timely, quality care, especially in moments when it matters most. Therefore, on behalf of the World Health Organization, I want to reaffirm our continued commitment to supporting the Gambia in building a strong, resilient, and responsive health system.
The donation comprises 20 oxygen cylinders, 20 oxygen regulators, 10 oxygen concentrators with spare parts, and a range of other vital medical accessories. The support is expected to enhance emergency medical services, improve maternal and child health referrals, and strengthen the country's capacity to respond to disease outbreaks. Officials emphasize that ambulances provide a vital link between communities and healthcare facilities, reducing delays that can often mean the differences between life and death. They noted that reliable transport is essential to ensure patients, especially pregnant women, newborns, and other critical cases, reach advanced care in time. The latest support from the WHO reinforces its long-standing partnership with the Gambia in improving public health. Officials say the ambulances and supplies will greatly enhance life-saving services and strengthen the country's overall emergency response capacity ongoing effort. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafa Tugay.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more national news stories. Do stay tuned.
Browse with us. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25. Yes! Recharge $25 and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. Casa Gambia, in collaboration with the Birkama Area Council and Wild Ganzen on Saturday, handed over 3 newly constructed community markets to residents of Jamweli, Bruford New Town, and Tintinto. The initiative aims to boost local commerce and empower market women through improved trading spaces. Albob has more.
Local markets are much more than places to buy and sell. They are engines of economic growth, social cohesion, and community resilience. At the Jamweli Village Community Market, residents turned out in large numbers to witness the handing over. Demba Bah, the Alcalo of Jamweli village, praised the initiative, emphasizing its importance for the community. He urged the women to maintain the new market diligently, ensuring it remains a lasting asset that benefits everyone. At the handing over of the Burfoot Newtown local market, officials were warmly welcomed by the women of Burfoot, reflecting the community's excitement and gratitude for the new market facility. Burfoot Ward Councillor Abdoulaye Jammeh expressed his gratitude to Casa Gambia and its partners for their ongoing support, commending their collaboration efforts in empowering the women of his community. The final handover ceremony took place at Tintinto village, attracting village heads and community members who came to witness the new market's official opening. Dauda Sow, Alcalo of Tintinto, welcomed the delegation and applauded Casa Gambia and its partners for their unwavering commitment to community development, particularly initiatives that uplift and empower women. Casa Gambia is dedicated to enhancing living standards, fostering economic self-resilience, and empowering women and local communities through practical, community-focused initiatives. Ibrahim Ajata is the organization's executive director.
The reason why we target women, because Casa Gambia is into community development, and then you can't develop a community without women, our mothers. So we want to actually empower them economically. That's why we come together to build something with like this in partnership with Brikama Area Council and then with the Khansa Foundation. So my advice to the women is to actually safeguard what we have built.
Penda Dem, a market vendor at Tintinto, expressed gratitude and appreciation to Casa Gambia and its partners.
I am thrilled with the newly constructed market in our community. Before this, we had to travel all the way to Brufut, which was always a challenge. Now, we thank God for finally having a market of our own.
Yankuba Dabo, the chairman of the Brikama Area Council, shared key insights on the 3 newly constructed markets.
And today, we are at the inauguration of those 3 markets. So we inaugurated the first one in Jamweli, and then from there, Brufut, Newtown, and now we are at Tintinto. This is the final one for the day. So it's 3 markets. And we are very, very delighted and very excited about this development in our region. It's pretty historic for us to be able to inaugurate 3 markets in one day. So this is something that which we take much pride in.
With the handover of these 3 markets, Casa Gambia and partners have strengthened local commerce, empower women, and foster community growth, leaving a lasting impact on Jamweli, Brufut Newtown, and Tintinto. For QTV News, I am Awa Bob.
The Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, with support from the World Bank under the West Africa Regional Digital Integration Program, wrapped up a 2-day consultative forum to develop an operational manual for the Gambia's National Cybersecurity Committee. Jacqueline Coley has the details.
The consultation incorporated international best practice, thereby aligning the manual with national, regional, and global cybersecurity strategies. It will establish a structured operational framework outlining the National Cybersecurity Committee's procedures, structure, and communication protocols. The process will also develop standard tools and templates to enhance the committee's efficiency and coordination while building member capacity with knowledge and skills needed to effectively implement the manual. Professor Salma Abbasi is the project consultant and chairperson of E-Worldwide Group.
And I think that the stakeholders have been really expressive and shared deep insights from their operational experience and recognize that cybersecurity is a very big priority for the country as we move forward with the digital transformation agenda. It's important to maintain trust in the system, and I think from a national security point of view and from the digital infrastructure, everybody recognizes they have a role to play.
Professor Abbasi highlighted the significance of completing the consultation draft, stressing that cybersecurity is a shared national responsibility.
Cybersecurity does not belong to one organization. Not is it just the government's responsibility, but it's also private sector and also the citizens. So we've taken a very holistic approach. Some of the colleagues have mentioned we need to have the education ministry involved. Even children have to learn. Cybersecurity is something that is strong as the weakest link. So if our kids do something wrong, it could bring a system down. It's that fragile.
Professor Abbasi further underscored the practical realities of security, noting that the fast-evolving landscape of artificial intelligence is transforming how threats are detected, managed, and mitigated.
Cybersecurity is not something you stick on. Security is a practice. It's a way of living. So whether it's physical security as you cross the road, looking left and right, or whether it's how you put your data in a system, it has to be a behavior that we all adopt. So what I'm looking at and hoping to see, inshallah, is that people suddenly realize that this is a continuous process of being aware. And now what I'm worried about for the future is AI, how AI is going to really impact cybersecurity, and will we be able to keep up with the pace of criminals? That's the problem for not the Gambia, but for the world.
As the consultation phase concluded, the Director of Cybersecurity at the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy stressed that the manual, once finalized, will serve not just as a document, but as a living backbone for national cybersecurity coordination. He further emphasized that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility requiring a whole-of-society approach and collective engagement. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jacqueline Coley.
The third annual Chicken Festival was held on Saturday, uniting chefs from 15 restaurants, families, and food enthusiasts for a day filled with delicious flavors, lively entertainment, and cultural celebration. Aisa Tabari was on the scene and filed this report.
The annual Chicken Festival attracted hundreds of attendees as participating restaurants showcased an array of chicken-based dishes inspired by Gambian, Nigerian, Caribbean, Lebanese, Indian, and fusion cuisines. From comforting home-style favorites to daring international creations, chefs seized the opportunity to display their creativity, culinary skills, and innovative flair. Supported by the United States Poultry and Egg Export Council, Gum Food Trading, and the South Dakota Soybean Checkoff, the festival aimed to boost poultry consumption, strengthen trade relations, and create new culinary opportunities across the country. Eugene S. Young, the Charge d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy in the Gambia, reiterates the United States government's support for American businesses worldwide.
Number one priority globally is making sure that we support American companies to invest and export all over the world, including right here in the Gambia. So we're really proud of the American companies.
Chef Sehu Bojang, founder of Spice Hub Gambia and USA Poultry Egg Export Council brand ambassador, explained the inspiration behind the Chicken Festival.
What you can do with chicken, and of course you got to consider with the temperatures, if you are using other proteins like probably fish or so, the amount of preparation, the storages, and of course the workforce that we're going to put into it to make sure we have a safe environment for the production and healthy production of the chicken or fish would be difficult. Well, with chicken, you can play with it anyhow, and that's why the the Chickens Festival that we're doing now it's an intentional concept, not by chance, obviously.
Banky Gray Johnson, the USA PEEC country marketing representative, tells us some of the USA PEEC's plan for future festivals.
We're aiming to do bigger and better, and we welcome the challenges because that's what makes it even more fun, more vibrant. We'd like to bring in more vendors, we'd like to bring in more restaurants, we'd like to definitely push the range of top of mind awareness when it comes to USA PEC and its affiliates.
Olimata Tal is an attendee of this year's Chicken Festival.
Well, you know, it's very important to have events like this in the Gambia. It boosts the economy, it supports the entrepreneurs, it gives an opportunity for the organizers to make an income and build a brand that can last. You know, festivals, events, They empower the artist, they empower the business owner, they empower the person who owns the venue, they empower the taxi man, they empower the person selling the clothes because everybody want to look good. You know, so everybody gets a chance to eat a little piece of the pie.
Beyond food, the festival delivered an engaging entertainment experience, featuring music, a swimming pool, bouncing castles, and gaming stations, making it a vibrant outing for families and children alike. With expanding partnerships, rising self-participation, and strong public turnout, the festival continues to build momentum and set the stage for an even bigger celebration in the years ahead. Aisa Tubari, QTV News.
That report by Aisa Tubari brings us to the end of this news bulletin, but before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. President Adama Barrow has reiterated his full support for the Gambia Revenue Authority's ongoing digitalization reforms, describing them as essential to strengthening the country's tax administration system. Over the weekend, the Gambia Bankers Association held its 6th annual Bankers Dinner and Awards Night, celebrating financial excellence under the theme Driving Economic Empowerment Through Financial Intermediation. The World Health Organization donated 2 fully equipped ambulances and essential medical supplies worth $15 million to the Gambia's Ministry of Health. Casa Gambia, in collaboration with the Birkama Area Council and Wild Ganzen on Saturday, handed over 3 newly constructed community markets to residents of Jamweli, Bruford New Town, and Tintinto. The Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy under the West Africa Regional Digital Integration Program concluded a 2-day forum to develop an operational manual for Gambia's National Cybersecurity Committee. That's all for this bulletin. Join us again at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.